Hi everyone, this is Kelly Beard of KarmicTools.com, and this is your weekly forecast for September 1st through the 7th of 2019. And it kicks off on Sunday, September 1st, with Mercury trining Uranus. So this is our lower mind and higher mind in a lot of ways. It's our voice and individuality, and it's in a trine, which is an easy angle. So this activation gives you access to your higher mind and opens the way for new, deeper insights that can guide and direct you at this time. Business as usual will not work. It's time to open up to the unusual, do something different, look at things from another angle, and watch the ahas start pouring in. Your intuition will be firing on all cylinders, giving you access to unprecedented clarity. While your thinking may lack discipline, your ability to access solutions to any recent or long-standing challenges will be off the charts. This energy will not be contained. Even though it is generally all mental, you really will have a hard time keeping up with the ideas, thoughts, concepts, and intuitions that come to you under this influence. So try to take notes that you can refer to later when the grounding will be necessary. Pay attention to the messages that come through or from others as well, since you never know how the universe will show up. This alone is an indication that whatever your consciousness may not have been previously ready to assimilate or process is awakening now to that which is just for you. That's what I mean by the higher mind, lower mind, the micro to macro. This is you, the individual, within the context of the collective, making those connections. Now, it's all very electrical because of Mercury and Uranus. However, Mercury is in Virgo and Uranus is in Taurus. So these are earth signs. So we have this access to energy, which in Uranus's case we haven't had access to in 84 years. So this is really new for some of us. My best advice for navigating this activation and alignment and getting the most out of it is to ground in the body and to start giving form and structure to your ideas and your unique brilliance, whatever it is that's bubbling inside you in terms of creativity these days. And also on the 1st, Venus is going to trine Saturn. So these are two really good ones to have on the same day, because one has got you totally wired into your unique brilliance, whatever that may be, that unique consciousness and perspective that is awakening within you at this time in this kind of next level of consciousness that's awakening for you. Along with Venus and Saturn, this is our values and priorities getting anchored and also dealing with earth signs, because now Venus is in Virgo and Saturn's in Capricorn. So this is responsibility around our finances and relationships, but again, with the easy angle, we can make some progress. So this one says it is a smooth, easy energy that you can work with consciously and yield incredible, even tangible results. It's a good time to define your terms where relationships are concerned, because you are really clear about your own values and priorities at this time. Based on your past choices and efforts, positive benefits and earned rewards are forthcoming. If you've avoided responsibility in your own relationships, public or private, then this energy can help you get back on track with less pain and suffering than usual when Saturn's involved. If you can be practical about your own limits and realistic about what others bring to the table, then this energy also supports discussing forward movement, accelerated development, and/or spiraling to a new higher level in some way and as part of a team. Strategizing about the future, clarifying the vision of what will support and protect all involved, and honoring the essence of life that runs throughout is deeply supported by these two getting together in an easy angle. Venus is also the energy of love and money, so it's a good time to be objective and somewhat conservative where both your relationships and finances are concerned. With this interaction with Saturn, I would suggest outlining a reasonable relationship or financial goal for the next 3, 6, 9, or 12 months. Then on Monday the 2nd, Sun links up with Mars. This is powerful, as Mars is in Virgo, and the way I feel is this is going to give us the energy that we need to anchor the new routine that's going to support us going forward after we've done all this kind of clearing and release work over the last year or so. This is the most potent combination of who you are and what you want, joining forces and increasing the power. The blessing of this energy is that if you are clear on those 2 points, meaning who you are and what you want, You will have immense energy to pursue your goals and aspirations, both personally and professionally. Do not waste the opportunity to tap into this energy, which can and most likely will propel you to the next level. This energy usually makes you irritable and argumentative only if your ego is engaged and your insecurities become overwhelming. It would be much more productive to take some time alone to assess how you could improve things for yourself and begin that process, fully supported by this potent, creative, fiery energy. So what's beautiful about this is it's Earth energy. So Mars makes it fiery, the Sun makes it fiery, but they're grounded in Virgo, basically creating a new system that supports who you are and what you want that has changed, like this new level of who you are and what you want. Then we have the two benefactors squaring off, Venus and Jupiter. You probably heard me say that. The thing about it is usually, even in a hard angle, these two are good. What this always reminds us, any square to Jupiter is reminding us that Jupiter makes things bigger. So we want to be mindful about the energy within and around us at this time. So Venus square Jupiter, it says it's a happy-go-lucky kind of energy that doesn't really want to be bothered with the mundane. However, you must not allow that passing energy to get you so off track that it costs you more than it is worth. If you don't have any pressing obligations, then this can be a fun, relaxing time, possibly with friends. However, if you have work to do, make sure it gets done first so you can truly enjoy yourself without the worry of the pile being bigger when you return. Watch the excesses as well, food, drink, and or spending. On a deeper level, you may have to make some adjustments in your relationships or finances. Jupiter always reveals how we make things bigger, consciously or not, and this activation usually helps us be more realistic so we can align our true priorities with our grand vision of the future. So the other thing about squares is they are 90-degree angles and they allow us to build something. So with Venus and Virgo, the priorities are a pure system and a healthy rhythm and routine to your life and back to basics. Like the little things matter, the details matter, and Jupiter's in Sag. The deeper meaning in the bigger story matters. So this is about bringing them together. You're getting ready to tell a new story, basically. And so this new routine is going to support you in that going forward. But there's some growth moments here and adjustments that usually need to be made to, let's say, anchor the new routine so that it can support you. And here on the 3rd, which is Tuesday, Mercury is going to link up with Mars. You know, everybody's together in Virgo every day. Leads to some other activation that we can work with consciously. So while this is a pretty jam-packed week, we want to take it as a whole, as they're all complementing each other and stimulating various parts of ourselves, but pretty much all in our earth houses this week. You know, reach out if you need to. And these initiations, these conjunctions are new cycles. These are new beginnings that we can really tune into and claim going forward. So this one says, I have to preface this with two things. One is that when Mercury is involved, it is a relatively fast-moving energy. And two is when Mars is involved, being the lower version of power, Pluto being the higher version, reminds us that with power also comes responsibility. Now, all that said, the positive expression of this energy is that you can control your mind and direct it with passion, getting tangible results. This heightens your intellectual ability and mental capacity for better or worse. You will be able to clearly articulate your thoughts, and you should have quick, effective responses. If you maintain your integrity, this is an excellent time to fuel any major creative expression. If this energy manifests its negative side, it can make you petty and combative, arguing over nonsense and wasting precious time and energy in ego control dramas. And if it is not coming from you, it is just as possible to be coming at you from others. This is the best time to put your energy behind your thoughts, ideas, and words and get creative. The power of this pairing is that they are occupying the same space, essentially energizing each other and initiating a new 2-year cycle. So this is powerful because Mars takes almost 2 years to move through the zodiac. So this is a special time. Mercury and the Sun and the Moon lining up in Virgo, no biggie. But to add Venus and Mars there in a conjunction in a new masculine-feminine cycle that's kicked off for us, that's major. That only happens every 1 to 2 years with those guys. And to have them aligned together is probably longer than that. So this is why this week is really potent for us to co-create with. And it's stirring up Virgo house in your chart, the Taurus house, and the Capricorn house. You really want to know what's going on there, because this is what you can bring into form. This is what you can anchor going forward. So same day on Tuesday, Mercury is going to link up with the Sun. So here we have Mercury, Mars, and the Sun all together. Who you are and what you want, your core essential nature, how you think and express and communicate, all initiating new in Virgo, which means a new alignment between your human form and your spirit self, your higher self, and your human body. There's a new alignment there, and there's a new cycle beginning, and we can really honor that this fall by honoring the season that it is. So Mercury to the Sun is definitely initiating a new cycle. This energy compels you to express yourself on many levels. Communication will be a focus. Just make sure it is reciprocated. You will have access to some powerful energy that can and probably will make quite an impression on others if you need to. This is a good time to travel if possible too. However, if not physically, then mentally and certainly within your own area, because you will take in more information per square inch than usual. Pay attention. You may even gain the much-deserved recognition from others that you have worked so hard for. So, deep breath. On the 4th, which is Wednesday, Venus in Virgo. Now remember, all this Virgo is opposite Neptune in Pisces, but I believe that's the only thing in Pisces at the moment. Venus opposed Neptune. Beware of delusions of grandeur where your relationships, old and new, and or your finances are concerned. Basically, you should keep your true priorities in mind and you will be fine. But if you are deluded to any extent, it may be revealed at this time. It is time to balance what is truly important to you in your interactions with others and the vision for the long-term goal of collaboration. You may have an ideal romantic experience with this energy, but remember, true love takes time, hard work, and dedication, while romance tends to come and go. This energy also tends to make you give and give and give in a relationship, thinking it will inspire the other to respond in kind, and ultimately you end up empty-handed and drained because your motives weren't correct. You were doing it with expectation, consciously or not, which almost always will let you down. Giving with any expectation generally leads to disappointment. A better use of this energy is to focus on any kind of artistic or altruistic endeavors. Okay, so there is this balance between the body and the spirit going on. The value of the body, the priorities of your health and your personal individual system, balancing out with the grand vision and the larger story of your life. This is a reset time, and we're all really supported to start something new that supports us in a more healthy way. Then on Thursday, we have Mercury trining Saturn. This energy is good for deep thinking. You are sharp and your standards are high because you are in strategy mode with this one. This is a more solitary energy though, so communications with others may be hampered a bit because it is time for you to hold your own at some new level. It's time to focus on the details that hold the big dream together, all the little things that make the grand vision work. Some respect that attention to detail, while others may consider it nitpicky, but it is what the energy supports at this time, so don't worry if others don't understand. By the same token, you may also feel a little overwhelmed by the many little things that cannot be denied or delayed, and thus a sense of urgency to get it all done. Beware of a tendency toward pessimism, depression, or overwhelm. Try to stay focused on all the blessings that you do have and all that you have accomplished instead of what's still on the list of things to do in life. This energy is not intended to make you feel bad about the things left yet to do, but encourage you to begin the necessary steps for manifesting your dreams. This energy just makes you focus on the practical side of manifesting. Clear the debris and begin to lay a new, clean, solid foundation beneath your goals. Saturn gets you present to the necessary steps, and Mercury helps you think clearly. So remember, early in the week we have these aha moments from Uranus. Hopefully later in the week, Saturn will help us ground them into some kind of form and be useful. Then on Friday the 6th, Mercury's going to square off with Jupiter. You know, they're all taking a turn here. This energy challenges you to integrate your smaller vision with the larger vision for your life. On one hand, you can see the big picture in new ways, but on the other hand, you may not be very interested in the details that bring it about. This is another good one for expanding your consciousness and thinking outside the box. But as the insights come into your conscious awareness, be mindful of the steps it will take to make your ideas a reality. This activation is also great for course corrections where your ideas are concerned and will open you up to learning something new or bring in a crucial piece of information. Just keep in mind that you will have to stabilize anything you start and probably have to review some details down the road because of something you overlooked in your enthusiasm for the new truth revealed from within. Okay, so again with that lower mind, higher mind, Jupiter's our consciousness. It's the way, again, the benefactor, how we improve our lives. We get educated, we learn, we master certain things, and Mercury is our micro-consciousness, like our little individual consciousness. And it's growing this week, everyone. We're choosing something new. It's a really powerful week to make these commitments, and the commitment is all to the self. It's all to you, the individual, being healthier, more well-balanced, and capable of being more of service in the world because you're taking care of your needs and being organized at home. Also on Friday, Sun is going to trine Saturn. So here we have this energy gives you the direction and the discipline at the same time. That's a powerful combo. Use it consciously to fuel your goals at this time, as you will be blessed by your past efforts. Now that's twice this week that we ought to be getting rewards for past effort or work already put in, so keep that in mind. You are completely supported to structure your life in a whole new way. It's time to take a personal inventory, organize your life, especially your home, office, or immediate environment. Naturally, this kind of shift will also affect those you relate with in these close environments, so be mindful of others who are not necessarily as clear as you may be at this time. A new order is trying to take root, which scares some and excites others, and this activation supports you in your personal definition of stability and good boundaries. You have access to focus and dedication that can set the tone for the next season as you clarify the connection between who you are and what you are truly responsible for in this life. Evaluate your daily routine and see what's working and what's not, and move forward with some new choices. Now, none of these necessarily are talking about Virgo. These are planets coming together and what they're activating within us. The fact that it's Virgo season just, I think, is going to make this more miraculous. I just think it's amazing because everything that Virgo loves is supported this week. So also on the 6th, we got 3 on Friday. This is Venus trine Pluto. Big deal anytime we're dealing with Pluto. So anytime Pluto's involved, the intensity levels go up and you are able to hear, feel, or sense your soul self more clearly than usual. This is an excellent thing for this week. Venus brings up that which is most important to you personally, your individual values and priorities, where your relationships and resources are concerned. This is an easy angle, making purification and transformation smoother than usual, too. So, what are you ready to change? How have your values and priorities changed completely in the last year or so? Use this activation to deepen your connection with those you love most and allow or encourage the relationship to evolve to a totally new level. If you're working on your relationship with money or self-worth specifically, then this activation is a good time for prayer or ritual that supports positive change and your vision for the future. Pour any intense emotions or revelations into art of any medium or do a vision board, but give expression to the depths you recognize as coming to the surface of your conscious awareness. This energy tends to intensify relationships and or emotions. You may feel extremely drawn to someone, emotionally as well as physically. You may feel the intense need to express your love, mentally, emotionally, or physically again. This energy is great for bringing deeper insights to the surface, which ultimately should strengthen any relationship. A new relationship started under this influence will usually have an intensity about it, as will any form of creative expression, artistic or otherwise. So, Pluto is the great transformer. Then on the 7th, which is Saturday, Mercury is going to oppose Neptune. So here we had Venus oppose Neptune, our values and priorities. Once we rearrange that, hopefully we can change our thinking in a way as well. But these oppositions are the best course-correcting times. They're the midpoint in the cycle of our ideas, in the cycle of our values. This week has a number of potent alignments that are supporting us. This one requires us to balance the higher and lower minds. Some sensitive souls will feel bombarded by energies from all sides, and it may feel like information overload and be very stressful. The best use of this transit is meditation, not making important decisions or commitments for a week or so. Communication with others can be challenging. Another reason to only communicate with your higher self, or at least check in more often this week. Don't believe everything you read or hear. Allow information to flow at a comfortable pace and wait for the energy to shift before making any decisions based on the information gathered. Some will access the necessary clarity for furthering their vision, while others' vision will be blurred and just out of reach. So, this is a jam-packed week, but all personal planets. So these things are really affecting us as individuals, and you should be thinking in that context. You know, what's best for you this week? What's best for your system? How can you improve something that is health-related? How can you anchor the new routine or the new rhythm that's going to support you going forward because you've made some new choices? So it's also the Virgo-Pisces lunation. So we're going to have that full moon in Pisces. That's going to allow us to release any illusions or delusions. So we're just working our way there. Let's do the inventory. Get present. Get real with what's happening. Check in with yourself. Check in with your body. And know that you're preparing for opportunities that are coming in the next 6 months to a year. So really try to keep that in mind, because there is some energy coming in 2020 that is going to present a number of opportunities and a number of choices that we're going to have to make, and we want to be as clear and grounded in our core essential natures as possible so that we can make good decisions at that point. Many of us have some healing and restoration to do before we get presented with those opportunities and choices. So let's use this time wisely to do that. And I also want to let you know, to help and support that, I have a special offer going on right now, because I would like to do a little bit more of my mystic mentorship. So if you are at any kind of major crossroads in life and looking for guidance, or you are seeking tools and education and support for your own personal transformation, this is kind of my gig, y'all. I love helping people, and I've been told I'm just a natural coach. So I love supporting you as you discover what's within you, what tools and resources you actually already possess. I sort of just pull back the cover and help you find them. So let's get together. The special is 2 sessions, 2 90-minute sessions for $225, which is a $75 savings. And actually, I also say that you can gift a friend with the second one, or keep it for yourself and use it within a year, because whatever we get together on is going to probably need some follow-up anyway. So I'm thinking 2 sessions would be a great start for us to get together and support wherever you're at this moment, because that is what I do, and I'm looking forward to it. That being said, of course, I'm happy to look at your cycles and patterns and reflect on your chart and help you see what's up for you there, especially this month, because it's Virgo. Virgo, Pisces, and Sagittarius, Gemini are all being affected directly. So reach out if you feel so called. And also, if you're in the Indianapolis area, I'm going to mention again, I will be physically there September 12th to the 13th, but there is about 3 weeks of amazing healing, Qigong and conscious parenting, shamanic healing sessions, just all kinds of ways that we can tap into our self-care and what's needed to restore and replenish. Like I said, if we're going to have a pretty big year in 2020, we want to be strong for it. Let's start now. So there are some ladies in Indianapolis that are kicking off 3 weeks of healing and learning and community get-togethers, because that's where the magic happens, when we get together in person. They're calling it Soul Unleashed, a Self-Care Revolution. And it's all local for Indianapolis. So if you are physically there, or you have friends or family there, please let them know about this. There's all kinds of links in the blog and on my mailing list, and I just sent out a big mailing that had links in there as well, so you can always track it down. But reach out, because I would love to connect with you directly as well. And while I'm in Indianapolis, the 2 presentations I'm doing are about 2 hours in the evening, and so otherwise my days are free for one-on-one sessions. So let me know if you're out in the Midwest and want to come join us at the Indie Healing Center, and the Playful Soul are hosting these events all throughout the month between August 30th and September 23rd. So reach out if you need to, and thank you so much for your time, energy, and attention. I hope you have a great week. This is really going to be magical. I'd love to hear how it unfolds for you. Please definitely touch base when you can, and have a great week. Thanks for listening. This is Kelly Beard of KarmicTools.com, and I am so grateful for your time, energy, and support. Please share this with those you think would resonate, and reach out if and when you need to. Kelly at KarmicTools.com. The goal of my weekly forecast is to alert you to the energies and activations that we're all experiencing and the possibilities for conscious co-creation as an individual. Awareness of the energies is the first key, but I invite you to take it to the next level by checking out my readings, telecircles, and subscriptions, which are all geared toward individual support that helps you understand your own unique blueprint. My specialty is cycles and patterns, and I love helping people figure out their own within the context of the social and collective rhythm. To some, working with their own cycles and patterns is a completely new and foreign concept, but there are many planetary cycles that coincide with natural life cycles that allow us to co-create in mystical as well as practical ways. I create custom tools that I have tried and tested myself for over 30 years, and I do the work alongside my circle every time. So I hope you will reach out if you feel called to dive deeper into your own soul's natural rhythm. Talk to you soon. One love.